In this session, our lesson objectives are to convert an interest rate to its equivalent rate at a given compounding period, find the future value of general ordinary annuity, and to solve problems involving general ordinary annuity. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng general ordinary annuity? So, ito yung pag-uusapan natin. So, base sa mga nakaraan nating lesson, there are two types of annuity according to payment interval and compounding period. So, yung una ay yung simple annuity at yung pangalawa ay ito ngang si general annuity. So, ulit, yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa is kapag yung payment interval is equal to the compounding period, ang tawag natin doon ay simple annuity. Pero, kapag yung payment interval ay hindi parehas, is not the same with the compounding period, ang tawag natin doon ay general annuity. So, cite for example, monthly payment of a car that is compounded quarterly. So, yung payment interval is you are going to pay monthly. However, the compounding period is quarterly. So, hindi parehas. Yung monthly is hindi parehas sa quarterly. Kaya ang tawag natin doon sa annuity na yon ay general annuity. And kapag dinagdag natin yung term na ordinary, so general ordinary annuity. Kasi meron din tayong yung term doon sa annuity na isa, according to time of payment, meron tayong ordinary annuity saka annuity due. Kapag ordinary annuity, we made the payment at the end of the payment interval. Pero kapag annuity due, yung payment ay nangyayari at the beginning of the payment interval. So ngayon, yung pag-uusapan lang muna natin ay yung general ordinary annuity. Okay, so let's have the future value of general ordinary annuity. So the future value of general ordinary annuity with regular payments are, capital letter R, at an interest rate R, small letter r, compounded n times after t years is FV equals R times the quantity of 1 plus R over N raised to NT minus 1 all over R over N. So, how does the formula differ from the formula of the future value of simple ordinary annuity? So, kung iisipin natin, kung i-review ninyo yung lessons natin nung nakaraan, walang pagkakaiba. Ito rin yung formula ng pagkuha sa future value ng simple ordinary annuity. So, walang pagkakaiba. However, in general ordinary annuity, there is an extra step. So, merong extra step since the payment interval is not the same with the compounding period. Yun yung extra step. So, we have to convert first the given interest rate to its equivalent rate per payment interval. So, say for example, you have a loan of 4% compounded quarterly, tapos ang payment mo ay monthly. So, yung extra step doon is you have to convert that 4% compounded quarterly to its equivalent rate monthly bago natin gamitin yung formula na ito. Let's have this example. Mel started to deposit 1,000 monthly in a fund that pays 6% compounded quarterly. How much will be in the fund after 15 years? The payment interval and the compounding period are not the same. Kaya ang tawag natin dito ay general ordinary annuity. So, monthly, yung kanyang payment interval and yung kanyang compounding period ay quarterly. So, yung unang gagawin natin is we have to convert this 6% compounded quarterly to its equivalent interest rate compounded monthly. So, yung makakompute natin na rate compounded monthly will be used to find the total fund after 15 years. So, yun yung first step. I-convert muna natin yung 6% compounded quarterly sa kanyang equivalent interest rate for monthly payment interval. Ngayon, papaano mag-convert? So, ito yung formula natin. Ano? Equivalent rate is equal to the quantity of 1 plus R sub 1 over N sub 1 raised to N sub 1 over N sub 2 minus 1. Actually, sa module, yung step ng pag-convert ay mahaba. Ano? So, pinaikli ko na lamang. At ito na yung gagamitin nating formula para mapaikli yung ating solution, yung ating gagawin. So, dito, yung 6% that will serve as our R sub 1. And yung compounded quarterly, that will be our N sub 1. No? And then, i-convert natin siya sa interest rate for monthly payment interval. So, yung monthly, that will be our N sub 2. So, yung 6% na R sub 1 natin, kailangan po natin siyang i-convert in decimal form. And in decimal form, that is 0.06. Yan na po yan. And then, it is compounded quarterly. So, yun po yung ating N sub 1. Kaya, since that is quarterly, ito, yung N sub 1 natin ay 4. So, kaparehas niya po yan, yung numerator ng ating exponent. Ngayon, i-convert natin yung 6% compounded quarterly sa equivalent rate niya compounded monthly. Kaya, yung ating N sub 2 ay 12. Siya po itong nasa baba ng ating exponent. So, kapag ito po ay itatype natin sa ating calculator, kasi mahirap naman pong imano-mano iyan, baka abutin tayo ng ilang minuto. Kapag itinipe natin yan sa ating calculator, ang makukuha po nating sagot ay 0.00497521. If I'm not mistaken, that is non-terminating decimal, kaya kinonvert ko siya into 8 decimal places. So, sabi nila, para mas accurate daw yung ating makukuhang sagot, mas malapit siya sa katotohanan, ay i-round off natin yung ating equivalent rate into 8 decimal places. O kaya ay in percentage form, that is equivalent to 0.497521%. So, balikan natin yung original problem. So, sabi, Mel started to deposit 1,000 monthly in a fund that pays 6% compounded quarterly. How much will be in the fund after 15 years? So, instead of using the 6% compounded quarterly sa pag-compute ng future value ng annuity na ito, we are going to use our computed equivalent rate, which is 0.497521% compounded monthly. So, kung makikita natin, yung payment interval natin, which is monthly, ay parehas na siya sa ating compounding period, which is also monthly. So, dito, saka pa lamang natin gagamitin yung formula na naipakita kanina once na na-convert na natin or equal na yung payment interval at saka yung compounding period. Katapos ng conversion process, once na equal na yung ating payment interval at saka compounding period, ay pwede nating gamitin yung formula. So, pwede nating hanapin yung future value using the formula of simple ordinary annuity. Okay, now, so let us identify the given information from the problem. Okay, so yung ating R or the regular payment is 1,000. Yung ating R o yun na yung ating equivalent rate na na-compute, which is 0.497521% or in decimal form, that is 0.00497521. Siya yan. So, compounded monthly. So, kaya yung N natin ay 12 at ang T natin ay 15 years. Okay, after, So, ito yung formula natin, yung pagkuha ng ating future value. So, lahat ng values na kailangan na natin ay identified na. So, let us plug it on the formula. Ano? So, yung R is 1,000 times the quantity of 1 plus 0.00497521 over 12 raised to 12 times 15 minus 1 all over 0.00497521 over 12. So, kapag ito ay itatype natin sa ating calculator, ang makukuha po nating sagot ay 186,846.58. So, ibig sabihin, yung kabuuan ng kanyang pera at the end of 15 years will be 186,846.58. So that is how we are going to compute the future value of general ordinary annuity. So kaparehas lang siya ng simple ordinary annuity, yun lang, meron lang extra step pagdating na sa general ordinary annuity, which is yun nga yung first step natin kanina na kailangan i-convert muna natin. Kailangan gawin muna natin yung conversion process bago tayo mag-compute ng future value. That ends our session. Thank you so much for watching. If you have clarifications regarding my video, paki-comment na lang sa ating comment box. Thank you!